Hello everyone, Schooner 007 here bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game we have the 1-4 Houston Astros taking on the 3-1 Chicago Cubs here at Wrigley Field. And here is the starting lineup for the Houston Astros. Leading off, the center fielder, Michael Bourne. Batting second, the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Batting third, the first baseman, Lance Berkman. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the left fielder, Carlos Lee. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Miguel Tejada. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Ty Wigington. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Mark Loretta. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Mark Loretta. Batting eighth, the catcher, Brad Asmus. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Roy Oswalt. On the mound for the Cubs, it's Jason Marquez. Marquez had 11 wins, 9 losses, a 4.53 ERA, 167 innings pitched, 172 hits, 91 strikeouts, and 64 walks. Wrigley Field gives a +2 to strikeouts and a +1 to walks. Michael Bourne steps into the batter's box. He's batting a .235. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6. That is a blank. We go to Bourne, 1-3. Double star 3. Ground ball to second. Out number 1. Hunter Pence batting a .227. Here's the pitch. 3-1, range play. 5-6, that's after to Soriano. Fly ball to Soriano, that is, his range is on a 1-3, that's a 3, he's out. Lance Berkman batting a .167, here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-3, and that is a 12. That's a strike. That's a 12 to 17, too high. 1-4, ground ball to first, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Cubs retire them in order. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs. Leading off, the left fielder, Alfonso Soriano. Batting second, the center fielder, Reed Johnson. Batting third, the first baseman, Derek Lee. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the third baseman, Amaris Ramirez. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Kyosuke Fukudome. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Mark DeRosa. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jive Soto. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Ryan Thierat. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Jason Marquez. On the mound for the Astros, it's Roy Oswalt. Oswalt so far in this replay has a 1.29 ERA, won 7 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, no walks. Soriano steps into the batter's box, takes a few swings, and we are ready. He's batting a .429. 3-2, strike, 14-7. Struck him out. Reed Johnson batting .500. Here's the pitch. 2-5. Blank. 4-2. That's a single to Pence. And that is out. Johnson's on with a single. Infield now at double play depth. Strategy rolls a 7. Derek Lee is up. He's batting a .412 average. Here's the pitch. Five, 6, that is a blank. 5-5, single pass Lee. All right, let's see if Johnson gets any extra bases. His base running is a 2. In order for him to go to third, that is a -2. We have a 5 here. If roll is less than, nope, 5 is not less than 2, so Johnson gets the hold. Infield at double play depth. Here's Ramirez. He's batting a .467. Strategy roll is a 16. 6-4. Strike. 9. 19 too high. 5-4. Double star 2. Fly ball to Bourne. Jason gets the hold sign. Does not move. Doesn't want to challenge the armor Bourne. And that's going to bring up Kioske. He's batting an .056. Strategy rolls a 3. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 3-4. Strikeout. 12-7. Struck him out. So the Cubs leave 2 stranded, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the top of, after 1, score tied at 0. We go to the top of the second. It's Carlos Lee, Miguel Teja, and Ty Wigginton due up for the Astros. Here's the pitch to Carlos Lee. He's batting a .333. And that's going to be 5-6. That's going to be a strikeout. 7. The 11 is too high. 2-3. Flying ball to Kioske. Makes that play for out number 1. Miguel Teja batting in 150 average. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-5. 3-5 is a strike. That's an 8. That's a 2. He struck him out. All right, Ty Wigginton up. He's batting a .111. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-5. 3-5 is a strike. That's an 11. That's an 11. He struck him out. So the Cubs retire the Astros in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Mark, Jive, and Thierot due up for the Cubbies. Mark DeRosa batting a .231. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-5. Possible error on a ground ball. 4-3, and that is a single to Lee. Lee's error rating is on a 1. That's a 4. No error there. So DeRosa on with a single. Infield double play depth. Strategy roll is an 11. And that's going to bring up Soto. Soto batting a .375. Here's the pitch. 6-6 blank. 4-2 double star 2. Fly ball to Bourne for out number 1. So, DeRosa gets the hold. DeRosa doesn't even move on that one. Ryan Thierot batting a .500, 1 out. Infield still at double play depth. Strategy roll 19. Here's the pitch. 3-4. Strike. 7. The 14 is too high. 5-1, and that is going to be a fly ball to Lee for out number 2. Jason Marquis, the pitcher, strategy roll 11, infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-6. That's going to be a walk. That's a 6. The 8 is too high. 4-3, line drive to third as the Cubs leave one stranded. So the Cubs leave one stranded, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 2, scores still tied at 0. We go to the top of the third. It's Mark Loretta, Brad Asmus, and Roy Oswalt due up. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6. 2-6 is a blank. 6-2, ground ball to short. They're picking that one up and tossing it across the horn to Lee for out number 1. Brad Asmus up. Here's the pitch. First time we're seeing him in this replay. In the lineup for the Astros. 2-6. That is also a blank. And that is going to be 2-4. Ground ball to third. Ramirez getting that for out number 2. Roy Oswalt batting a .500 average. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-2. That's going to be a hit by pitch. That's a 3. The 4 is too high. 4-1. Double star 1. Ground ball to shortstop. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the third. It's Soriano, Jason, Johnson, and Lee due up for the Cubbies. Alfonso 0-for-1 on the day with a strikeout. 5-1, that's a strike. 14, the 15 is too high. 6-2, ground ball to shortstop. Teja getting that out number 1. Johnson up. Johnson's 1-for-1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 1-5, strikeout 12. The 11 is too high. And he struck him out. Derek Lee. Lee 1-for-1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-4. That's going to be a strike. That's an 11. That's a 7. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, no errors. As the Cubs are retired in order, after 3, score tied at 0, we go to the top of the 4th. It's Michael Bourne, Hunter Pence, and Lance Berkman due up for the Astros. Michael Bourne, 0-for-1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 1-5, that's going to be a walk. That's an 11. That's a 10. That's a 4. And they walk him. All right, so strategy rolls 12, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-4. That's going to be a strike. That's a 13. The 18 is too high. 2-5, ground ball to first. And that's a double play. They turn 2. Bourne out at second. Hunter out at first. The double play out. Lance Berkman batting 0-for-1. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6. That's a blank. 1-1. Ground ball to first. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Ramirez, Fukdome, and DeRosa due up for the Cubbies. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. 4-6. That is a walk. That's a 15. That's a 7. They walk Ramirez. All right, infield going to double play depth. Strategy rolls a 10. Here's the pitch to Kioske. Kioske 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up. 2-5. Strikeout plus we at 12. That's a 22. That's a 13. He struck him out. Mark DeRosa 1 for 1 on the day. Strategy rolls a 17. Here's the pitch. 1-5. Strike 11. 17. Struck him out. Strategy roll is a 17 again. Here's Giovanni Soto. Soto 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. Infield at normal depth. 5-2. That's going to be a walk. That's a 15. That's a 9. And they walk him. So Ryan Thurot up. Thurot is 0 for 1 on the day. Runners on first and second. Infield at normal depth. Strategy roll 13. Here's the pitch. 2-4. Hit by pitch. 6. Adds a +3. The 14 too high. 2-3. Ground ball to second. And that retires the side as the Cubs, once again, leave 2 stranded. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 4, we're still scoreless. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Carlos Lee, Miguel Teja, and Ty Wigington due up. Carlos Lee, 0 for 1 on the day, 6-6. Home run, 18. That's a 16. And the Astros, kaboom! This ball is high. That ball is deep. It's going back to the wall, and it's out of here. Home run for Carlos Lee. And the crowd here at Wrigley Field boos. Miguel Teja up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch. 1-1. That's going to be a walk. That's a 4. The 10, however, is too high. 1-6. Double star 3. Ground ball to second. And there's out number 1. Ty Wigington. Wigington 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-3. 2-3 is going to be a strike. That's an 11. That's an 11. He struck him out. Mark Loretta up. Loretta batting is 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 4-4. 4-4 is a blank. 6-1. Power hit to Johnson. 15. Fly ball out. And that is an out. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Jason Marquez, Alfonso Soriano, and Reed Johnson due up for the Cubbies. Here's the pitch to Marquez. And that is going to be 5-6. 5-6 is a blank. 5-2. That's a double. And Marquez, the pitcher, smacks a double past Pence to lead off. Strategy rolls a 15. Infield at double play depth. Alfonso Soriano up. He's 0 for 2 in the day. Struck out with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 15. Here's the pitch. 3-2. Strikeout. 14. The 20 is too high. 3-5. Fly ball to Lee. Marquez gets the hold sign. Right. Infield at double play depth. Marquez on second. Reed Johnson is up. I was about to say Andy Reid. All right, here we go. Strategy rolls a 4. 4-3. That is a double star. That's a double question mark. Double star and a 1 to 18. That's a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. And the out is at first. Does not advance. So he stays at second. 2 outs. Derek Lee up. Strategy rolls a 9. Infield at normal depth. 4-1. That's going to be a strikeout. That's an 11. That's a 7. He struck him out. So the Cubs leave 1 stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go after 5. It's Astros 1, Cubs nothing. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Brad Asmus, Roy Oswalt, and Michael Bourne due up. All right, here's the pitch to Brad. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And that is going to be 4-4. That's going to be a blank. 1-3. Ground ball to second base, out number 1. Roy Oswalt up. Here's the pitch. 1-6. That's going to be a walk. That's a what? That's a 5. The 5 too high. 6-1. That's a single past the shortstop. And Roy Oswalt is on with a single. We go to the top of the order. Michael Bourne. Strategy rolls a 19. We have a sacrifice play coming up. Infield going to come in for this play. Infield playing in. 5-6. Strikeout. 7-7. Struck him out. And he struck him out. Infield at normal depth as Hunter Pence comes up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Strategy roll. 14. And that's going to be 2-6. That's a blank. And that is going to be 6-5. Ground ball to second. And that retires the side as the Astros leave 1 stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Ramirez, Kioske, and Mark due up for the Cubbies. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 1 on the day. 2-2. Strikeout 9-6. Struck him out. All right, here's the pitch to Kioske. Kioske is 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out his last 2 times up. 4-1. That's a strikeout. That's a 12. That's an 11. He struck him out. Next up, Mark DeRosa. DeRosa is 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-1. That's a strikeout. 11. The 15 is too high. 5-5. And that is a single past third. And DeRosa is on with a single. Cubs try to keep this inning alive. Mark DeRosa, strategy rolls an 8 infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch to Soto. 3-5, range play. 2-5, ground ball to short. Ranges on a 1-3. That is a 5. That ball got by him. DeRosa gets the hold sign, and we now have runners on first and second for the Cubs. Ryan Thurrott up. He's batting a 444 average. He's 0 for 2 on the day, is what I meant to say. Strategy roll 6. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. 1-1, range play. 4-6, that's a double star 1. Ground ball to short, ranges on a 1-3. That's a 6. That got by him. And DeRosa will come home to score. He scores on a 3-6. He will advance again, and he does come home. As the Cubs tie this game up, and the crowd here cheers on that. So the Cubs tie the game up. The go-ahead run now on second as the pitcher, Jason Marquez, is up. Marquez is 1 for 2 today. Has a double in this game. Strategy rolls a 14. Here's the pitch. 2-1, blank. 4-4, ground ball to first. And that retires the side. So the Cubs leave 2 stranded. However, they tie the game up. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. After 6, the score tied at 1. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Lance Berkman, Carlos Lee, and Miguel Teja due up for the Astros. Lance Berkman, 0 for 2 on the day. Jason Marquez can face 7 more batters. Here's the pitch to Marquez. Here's the pitch from Marquez to Berkman. 5-5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Wrigley Field. 6-1, S+8. So it's going to be Johnson. And that is a double. That's a 1. That is a 2 on the adjusted base run. And Berkman turns that into a double. Carlos Lee, he's 1 for 2 on the day. Home run, RBI, and a run scored. Strategy roll is a 10, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. 1-4, strike, 7, 17 too high. 3-2, power hit to Johnson on a 17. That's a fly ball out. Berkman getting the hold sign. 1 out. And here is Miguel Teja. Strategy roll 12. The pitch. Teja 0 for 2 on the day. 5-3. Range play at Wrigley Field. Here's the pitch. 5-1. Fly ball to Johnson. That is a 3. Johnson is a range is on a 1-3. He makes the play. Berkman getting the hold sign. Does not advance. Two outs. Ty Wigington up. Strategy rolls a 5. Astros holding off. Here's the pitch. 2 outs. Runner on second. 6-1. Blank. 2-5. That's a single to Ramirez. And with that, Berkman gets the hold sign. And the Astros now have runners on the corners. Cubs going to bring the corners in. Mark Loretta up. He's 0 for 2 in the day. Strategy rolls a 13. Here's the pitch. 4-6. Blank. 6-5. That's a double star 1. Ground ball to short. And that ends that retires the side. Then take me out to the ball game. Cubs edition. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. As we head into the 7th inning stretch, Roy Oswalt tired, by the way, so Oswalt is done. And they are going to bring in well, let's see. We have 3 rights coming up. They're going to bring in Oscar to pitch. Yeah. Oscar has, so far in this replay, has pitched 2 innings, allowed 1 strikeout and 1 walk. Right, no wins, no losses, no saves, no ERA just yet. He's going to face Alfonso, Johnson, and Derek for the Cubs. Here's the pitch. Oh, and real quick, let's take a look here at the box score. So Houston scored first in the 5th inning. We'll get to that in just we'll get to that roll in just a second there. Houston scored in the 5th. Chicago scored in the 6th to tie it up. Chicago tied it up. Both have 1 run. Houston 1 run on 4 hits. Chicago 1 run on 7 hits so far. And let's take a look here at the pitcher. So Roy Oswalt went 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, ERA of a 1.39. So 4-6, that's going to be a blank. And that's going to be 2-5. That's going to be a double star 1. Ground ball to Teja for out number 1. Reed Johnson, 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 6-2. Walk plus. That's a 15. That's a 5. We add 11 to that. And that is a walk. So that's going to bring up Derek Lee. In if you're going to double play depth, Lee is 1 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Strategy roll, 14. Here's the pitch. 5-1. Wild pitch, 17, nothing. 5-3. That is a single to Teja. And the Cubs have runners on first and second. All right. Here is Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 2 on the day. Strategy roll 9. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 1-2. That's going to be a walk. That's a 15. The 19 is too high. 4-1. Power hit to Bourne. That's a 19. That's going to be a fly ball out. Reed gets the hold sign. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. And here is Kiyosuke. Kiyosuke is 0 for 3 on the day. Strategy roll 4. The pitch. 4-3. That is a double star. That's a fly ball to Bourne. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to after 7. Score still tied at 1. And yep, we go to the top of the 8th. It's Brad, Oscar, and Michael due up for the Astros. Jason now tired, so they are going to pull Jason from the lineup here. And let's see what we got going on for the Astros. Right, and a left for Chicago. They're going to bring in Neil Kotz. Neil Kotz, let's take a look at his stats so far. He only pitched 2/3 of an inning, had 1 strikeout. Take a look here at the stats for Jason Marquez. He went 7 innings, did 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run, an ERA of a 1.29. He did what they wanted him to do. He went 7 innings. He's going to have to face Brad, Oscar, and Michael. Here's the pitch to Brad. 6-6. Strike. 13. 18. Too high. 3-2. And Brad is on with a single. So, and with that, they're going to bring in Jose Cruz to pinch hit. Cruz batting a .250 average. Here's the pitch. 3-3. Strikeout plus. That's a 20. That's a 5. Struck him out. So we're going to go with the old hit and run here as we go to the top of the order. Strategy rolls a 2. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch to Michael Bourne. Bourne 0 for 2 on the day. 3-4. That is a walk. 6. 18. Too high. 4-1. Line drive back to the pitcher. And the runner is doubled up. That's going to be a and that is a double play. Astros have a right coming up. So they're going to bring in Jeff Ilgray to come in now to pitch. He's pitched 2 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit and 1 walk so far in this replay. Take a look here at the stats for Oscar. Oscar went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. All right, here's the pitch. 5-1. That's a walk. And they walked DeRosa. DeRosa walked. Oh, by the way, in the last inning, it was no runs, 1 hit, no errors. It's DeRosa, Sota, and Thurot due up for the Cubs. As DeRosa gets on with a walk. Strategy rolls 9, infield at normal depth. 2-6. Strikeout plus. 22. That's a 12. Struck him out. All right. Thurot up. 1 out. Infield at normal depth. 6-6 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Wrigley Field. 4 outside of the range of the special K. 2-5. Single. Pass born. So they're going to pull DeRosa. They're going to bring in Felix Pye to pinch run. And Neil Collins is not going to take this hit. They're going to bring in Mike Frontnote to take this hit. He's batting a 1,000. Strategy roll 14. Here's the pitch. Infield at normal depth. 1-3. That's a strike. That's a 2. That's a 12. That's a 2. Struck him out. All right, strategy roll 16. Runners on first and second as we go to the top of the order. Alfonso 0 for 4 on the day. 6-2. That is a blank. 2-3. Ground ball to second. And that retires the side. As the Cubs leave 2 stranded. We have our right switch right coming up. Cubs going to try as we go to the 9th inning. They're going to bring in Kerry Wood. Right. And for second baseman, they're going to bring in Mike Frontnote to take over at second. There. So everyone else, Ramirez at third, he's going to come out. And they're going to put in Ronnie. To take over there. So, but will we see some 9th inning magic happen? We'll find out. Let's take a look at the stats here. So, Neil Collins went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout so far. And let's take a look at the box score. So far, no one scored anything. We only have 1-1 so far, and that was in the 5th and the 6th innings. Cubs have came close. Here's the pitch to from Carey. 3-2, strikeout. That's a 13. That's a 14. The 14 too high. 3-1, fly ball to Johnson. Out number 1. Lance Berkman, 1 for 3 in the day with a double. 6-3, that's a strikeout, that's a 12, that's an 8, struck him out. All right, here's Carlos Lee. 2, 4. Strikeout plus. That's a 17. That's a 16. Struck him out. So Jeff Gray done. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Cubs retire them in order. We go to the bottom of the ninth. And Jose Vertage is going to come in. And he's going to have to face Johnson, Derek, and Ronnie. 3, 6. That's going to be a walk. That's a 5, the 12. Too high. 4, 5. That is a single pass born. And the go-ahead run now on first. Here's Derek Lee. Lee is 2 for 4 in the day. 1, 2. That's a strikeout plus. That's a 21. That's a 4. Struck him out. Strategy roll 7. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. Ronnie Sindo. 3, 6. That's a walk. That's a 13. That's a 2. And he walked the bases. Kioske, their right fielder, they are not going to let him take this hit. Instead, they're going to bring in Darryl Ward to take over. Ward, here's the pitch. 1, 2, blank. They made the right choice. 6-1, line drive to third. No double up. And runners now on first and second. Here's Mike Frontnote. 2, 6. Strikeout plus. That's a 22. That's a 12. And we head into extra innings. So right field will now be played by Matt Merburn for the Cubs. Kerry Wood's going to stay in. He can face one more batter. He's going to face Miguel Tejada, Ty Wigginton, and Mark Loretta. No runs, no one hit, no errors. We go to the top of the 10th. Take a look here at the box score. Let's see. We're in the 10th inning. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-6. That's going to be a strikeout plus. That's an 18. That's a 17. Struck him out. Ty Wigginton, here's the pitch. 1 for 3 on the day. 5-6, strikeout plus. Strikeout 11. That's a 7. Struck him out. Mark Loretta, 6-1. Home run chance on a 1-13. 22 high. No home run there. 3-5. Fly ball to Soriano. So the Cubs retire the Astros in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 10th. It's Soto, Thierrott, and Wood. 2 up for the Cubs. Jose Verez tired, so the Cubs not going to risk it for that biscuit. They are going to bring in Tim Drydark. Take a look here at his stats. 1 1/3 innings. No hits, no strikeouts. All right, does have a special K there. Let's take a look at the stats here for Jose. Jose went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, ERA of 5.29. Here's the pitch. Soto. 5-6. Blank. 4. Outside of the range of the special K. 3-6. Double star 1. Fly ball to Lee. Out number 1. Ryan Thera. 4-1. Home run. That's a 0. No. And that is a 10. That's outside of the range of the Special K. 2-3. Ground ball to third. Kerry Wood not taking this hit. Carlos Zambrino comes in. Here's the pitch. 6-5. Strikeout plus. That's a 27. That's a 3. He struck him out. And we go to the 11th inning. Bob Warhay comes in. Warhay, ERA of a 9.0, went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout. He's going to face Asthma, Daybreak, and Bourne. Taking a look here at the stats. Kerry Wood went 2 innings, 4 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to Brad. Brad is 1 for 3 on the day. 5-4. That's going to be a strike. 11. 16 too high. 5-6. Fly ball to Merton. Out number 1. Tim Daybreak not going to take the hit. They're going to bring in Darren Estad to pinch hit. And that is going to be 6-1 range play. 5-6 line drive back to the pitcher. That's going to be on a 1-3. However, that's a 4. And it got by him, so the Astros have a runner on first. And they're going to bring in Chiozzo to pinch run here. 5-3. Blank. 2-3. Fly ball to left field. Out number 1. Hunter Pence. 3-1. Strikeout 13-6. Struck him out. And he struck him out. So we're going to bring in now Wesley Wright to pitch. Wesley Wright has 1 loss, has a 6.92 ERA, went 1 1/3 inning, allowed 1 hit, no strikeouts, 2 walks. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 11th. It's Soriano, Johnson, and Lee due up for the Cubbies. Take a look here at the stats for Tim Daybreak. Went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout. We are getting deep into these bullpens here. Soriano, 2-2. Range play. 7. Outside of the range of the Special K. 1-2. That is a power hit to Lee on a 3. That's going to be a single. And that got by him. Steal attempt. And Soriano steals second. Runner now in scoring position. Infield at normal depth. Here is the pitch to Reed Johnson. 2 for 4 on the day. 4-1. Walk plus. 19. That's an 18. Walked him. And they walk him. And that's going to bring up Derek Lee. Strategy rolls a 5. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch to Lee. Lee is 2 for 5 on the day. 6-6. Strikeout plus. That's a 19. That's a 10. Struck him out. 1 away. Ronnie Sindo up. Here's the pitch. 2-2, range play. 6, outside of the range of the special K. 2-5, 2-2, fly ball to Pence. Pence's range is on a 1-4. That's a 6. And the bases are loaded. Alfonso does not come home. He stays. One away. Here, bases are loaded. The crowd here at Wrigley Field is on their feet. Matt Merton up. Here's the pitch. They're going to tell him to bunt. They want to get this home. 5-5. That is out at first. And they're not going to go for the double play. And that's going to bring home Soriano. Johnson will go. The out is at first. And that should be the game. Mike Fontaine up. Here's the pitch. 3-6. That's going to be a question mark. Single and a 1. That's a 4. 4-2. That's a double. There we go. And that is going to do it for... to be honest, I don't know why it went for the extra run there, but the Cubs defeat the Houston Astros 4-1 in extra innings. Final line score coming right up. Oh, what a game here in 11th. The Cubs win it at home in extra innings. Houston, 1 run on 6 hits. Chicago, 4 runs on 13 hits. Your winning pitcher is Bob Horay. Wesley Wright gets the loss. Carlos Lee gets the home run today. Let's take a look here at the stats here. Bob Horay, the winning pitcher, allowed 1 hit, but 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 4.50 ERA. Wesley Wright draws his second loss, went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. ERA of 18.0. And I don't know why, to be honest, I don't know why the game did not end when the Cubs got the go-ahead run on with the 2. So that is going to do it for us here at Wrigley Field as the Cubs go to 4-1 and the Houston Astros drop to 1-5. Hey, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile here at Wrigley Field. And until next time, I'm Scoonie007. And I'll see you next time for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye.